What's the word? What's the word? Hey, y'all see a brother working 2024. Hey, man, battle rap. We still out here working. Y'all might act like the culture dead, but I can tell you right now, the culture moving and grooving. And we see what's going on with the URL redemption coming up. And my dog is already back outside, and he just came off with, I want to say, one of the most anticipated battles from the South. I don't know if y'all really be in tune with them type of matchups, but Kid Chaos and Chef Trez is one of them ones. And I'm excited to talk about the recap, and I'm excited to talk about him versus Old Red. So none other than my dog, my brother, Mr. Music is Art himself. Kid Mother effing Chaos. What's the word, bro?
What's up, my dog Tim? What's going on with you, bro?
Man, I can't call it, man. Just out here working, man. But I see I ain't the only one that is, man.
Nah,
Hostile Takeover 4. You just got done off the stage, which I ain't gonna lie to. Salute to Chef Trez. The year he just had in 2023. Definitely one of them ones. So to hear that you got him fresh out the gate, man, please tell me how that battle went, man. Talk about that.
Top of the year, man. Top of the year. We both kicked it off, our first battle of the year, and man, everybody was saying it's one of them ones. Like I honestly just think it was just a great battle, bro. Like I ain't even gonna cap. I don't wanna I gotta watch what I say, man. I really gotta watch what I say, man. Like niggas be so specific with me and what I say, and so eager to nitpick and siphon through whatever it is I'm speaking on to see if it lines up to what they think. So I don't want to say too much. All I'm gonna say is watch that shit when it drop. When it drop, y'all gonna want to watch that shit, bro. I'm telling both of us have shit that probably gonna be considered one of the best bars of the year and shit like that. Like we both like was shaking the building, you know what I'm saying, rather consistently.
No, absolutely. And I think, you know what I'm saying, like, again, if you are in tune with battle rap in the South, you know what I'm saying, that's one of them ones that I feel like people, that's that water cooler talk type of battle. So I'm definitely excited to watch that battle. Salute to Chef Trez. But you know what I'm saying? You're right back outside, man. You're right back outside, man.
I gotta be. Yep, right back outside to see the Transformer, man. We're gonna see what he can do. We gonna see if he gonna. What's up?
Talk to us, man. So I gotta know, man. Like even URL's first card of 2024. You know what I'm saying? The first one that niggas is talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like the card is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? We had J2 on the show yesterday. He talking about his battle with JC. But I think you got an opportunity right now with O Red to really show the people what you've been working on. Cause I feel like people kind of slept on your 2023. Like, I don't know at the end of the year, people really paid attention to Chef Trez. I'm sorry, Kid Chaos versus Loso. But my dog got busy there. So what's your mentality on in the O Red, and what do you feel like being on the first URL card of the year?
Let me back up a little bit, right? Pause if necessary, because I want to be very clear on something, right? In my last, I may be wrong, but I think my last 10 URL battles, I only have 2 like consensus losses, right? And they were both from me not executing properly. It wasn't the person was better than me. It was me not executing. Jerry West, and then my very next battle, Mike P. Right? But when we say all this, oh, they be sleeping on stuff, we got to remember, bro, my record up until that, I battled B. Dot, and what they said was one of the best one-rounders of that night, right?
That's a fact.
Very next battle was EK, W, First Lady Flames, W, Shuni, W, Verb, W, Sheed, Classic, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I won on the app, but I don't even want to count as like a clear win and nothing like that because it was just a great battle. But that's that one. Then you have Mike P. Jerry West and Mike P. Those 2. Then you got C3, W, Loso, W. My last 10 battles, that is either classics, wins, and just those 2 losses, right? Because I didn't execute properly. And it's funny how a narrative gets made so quickly, and it's like you're forgetting all of this that was done because of these 2 moments. Now, I shouldn't have took the battles. I was not in a mental headspace to do those battles, and that's why I kind of explained in my C3 battle. I was going through a lot of shit mentally, just that I shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I should have just turned them battles down and but I was trying to keep the streak going. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep the momentum going and not lose the moment. And you know how, you know what I'm saying? And then just life happened. Again, there's no excuses, but it's just, I really want people to put everything into context when we talking about me and my record and how busy I get, bro. Like, let's keep it very clear. Some of the most hard, difficult to beat people just lost to me. Just lost to me. Like, not even like 4 or 5 years ago. Like, just recently lost.
No, that's a fact. That Loso
You know
battle, like, I felt like you had a very good showing in that Loso battle. I felt like the performance was there, the bars was there. You know, you've had moments in your career. You know, I followed your career very closely, and you've had moments in your career where I feel like people have really kind of swept your wins under the rug. Most notably to me, your JC battle. That was the one to me where I felt like, okay, like y'all really, like, I was talking to J2 about that battle, and like I automatically went to that spine bar you had. Like, in my mind, like that's one of the bars that stuck out to me about that battle. And so, like, you've always, and even when you talk about the Ultimate Madness tournament and coming out of that tournament, people don't give you and Real Sick the respect that y'all deserve when it comes to the type of talent that you faced. I feel like
they give Real Sick his respect. They give my bro his respect. Real Sick gets his respect. There's a different lens on me. There's a different. I'm not looked at in the same light as certain individuals, right? So certain things that I do get looked a certain way, and somebody else can do the same exact thing and won't be looked a certain way. It's not even specific to Real Sick. This is just saying me compared to a lot of other battle rappers. You feel what I'm saying? Just simply because of how I came out and how I carry myself, right? I think there's this imaginary way of humbleness they want somebody who's new to carry themselves with that I just don't do. And I think that made a lot of people, pause, but turned a lot of people off to me. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand it. I'm not a fool to it. I understand it. I understand how that can come about, but I don't think that should supersede the work that I've put in. You feel what I'm saying? And how consistently fire I've been. Whether you got me losing or winning a lot of my battles, there's literally just those 2 battles I mentioned where you can be like, man, Chaos just really wasn't like doing what he was supposed to do. Literally, I'm talking about start to finish, from Street Hymns to Jay Kruger, Rubando, Lou Castro, Real Sick, Danger Zone, Saga, Danny, Chess, Chilla, all those battles. Win or loss, I wowed out every single one of them.
No,
but
I definitely
again,
think you got moments in a lot of your battles. So I guess, how do you view your career? How do you view your career thus far on URL and in totality?
In what aspect? Like, how do I view it? In what way? What you mean?
Like, in the sense of, do you feel like you feel like you are intellect? Do you feel like you are actually put in the right pocket or given the right credit for your talent? Because everybody recognizes that Kid Chaos is a pen, but it's almost like they recognize it to a fault. Like, it's something that they hold against you for being a pen. Even shout out Chef Trez, even when he did his interview with 3 Letterman, he was like, Kid Chaos is a lyrical miracle. Like, do you feel like that works against you?
I feel like in specifically URL, it can. I don't say like 100% does, but I'll say in URL it can work against you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just because of the format of battle rap that has been established here. The thing, especially in the current generation, the thing that is the most exciting is what people tend to gravitate toward. And my style of rap is not necessarily the most exciting. You know what I'm saying? Just when you think of comparing it to just boom, boom, boom. You feel what I'm saying? Just punchline after punchline or something like that. So I think that people kind of gravitate toward, gives them that more of an excited feeling. But when you look back to the previous generation of rappers, they could get on the stage and rap and people would get them excited because that was that time. But I think now, like the Daylight, the Loaded Luxes, the even Verb in his time was one of the lyrical ones on stage, stuff like that. Hollow, all those people who could rock a room while being lyrical. I don't feel like even most of them when they come back is not quite the same. You know what I mean? Because I think the culture is kind of shifting a little bit further away from the intricacies of a pen. They kind of want you to be clever. They want you to be clever, but it seems like the true intricacies of the pen, they don't really want that unless it's time for that, like a volume, like a specific thing maybe meant for even volume, bro. The way they turn into like a crowd event and stuff. Even that's not even really, you know what I'm saying, like for the writers no more, bro. Volume ain't really for the writers no more. It used to be. It ain't really for the writers no more. So like I said, in totality, I appreciate where I am. I appreciate the fans I have, supporters I have, and URL for all the continued belief and place they've always given me. When I told them I was trying to take a break, they gave me a break. I told them I was ready, jump right back out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so they always, you know, say fucking with me. So I appreciate that. So I just think I have to now take it upon myself to decide which lane I want to take in battle rap. Do I want to try to be as popular as I can be and then sacrifice certain things artistically that I appreciate and that I want to do? Or do I stick to what I like artistically and then hope that I can win them over by just being me eventually? And right now I'm kind of, you know, toying with both ideas. You know what I'm saying? Because on one hand, you get the chess battle, where that wasn't my most intricate material. I just knew what to write to get those people excited in that battle, right? But that wasn't like the stuff I'm the most proud of. But then you also, on the other hand, you get a saga battle, where that's some of the material I'm the most proud of because of the intricacies in that material, and it was appreciated. So it's just kind of like the timing, the opponent, the setting, all of that matters. And that's going to be the most deciding factor as from here on forth.
Got you, man. We live in the building with Kid Chaos, man. Just got done recapping his battle on Hostile Takeover 4 versus Chef Trez. Hopefully to be out on YouTube to be recapped very, very soon. But we're also getting ready to talk about his upcoming battle this weekend on the URL. You know what I'm saying? He got the Transformer himself, former champion of the year, because you know what I'm saying. I want him to get his flowers, so when you beat him, you get your flowers. So you know we're gonna make all of that.
This is my third former champion. Because technically, if I'm not mistaken, Danger Zone won the first one. I think O-Red won when it became champion of the year, but I think Danger Zone won when it was just like Battler of the Year or something like that. The first year they did it. Okay. Danger Zone won. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Then it was O-Red, and then, you know, a couple years later, Chiller. So I already battled Chiller, I already battled Danger Zone, and now this is like my third person who's a champion of the year. I'm excited for this battle, though, like for real. O-Red hasn't really been that dope since he's come back to URL, not consistently, but I have a feeling that he's not going to play with me because he's told me himself out of his own mouth. He's told me he's scared of me. Like last year,
what?
I think it was last year. We were, yeah, on my kids. Last year, and Shotgun Suge was there because O-Red was standing there talking, and me and Suge was walking up. And so when they walked up, you know, Suge and Red, that Jersey shit, they start talking real quick. So I was talking, I think, Swamp or somebody. But when I turned back, like, Red was like, yeah, this nigga, like, this nigga scared of this nigga. Like, URL called me one time with like 3 weeks notice to battle him. I was like, fuck no. Like, I'm not about to battle this nigga on no 3 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So so if I am to take him at his word, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to fuck around with me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we're going to get one of the better Reds we've seen in a while, and it's going to be necessary. I know that for sure with my first two. I'm just putting the finishing touches on my third, but he already looking down 2-0 if he pull up like anything he been pulling up with the last year in URL.
I mean, respect to O-Red for what you know what I'm saying. He's definitely certainly a legend in battle rap. When it comes to his third rounds, it is very hard to believe that he's gonna win a third round at this point. Like I told that as this too. Like he don't have his voice is gone by the third round. It does not matter if he is rapping in Irving Plaza or he rapping in a Foot Locker. it has been this like I don't understand if it's laryngitis. I don't understand if he needs a Halls. Like if we need to give him like some special remedy, but like to not have a third round so consistently.
It's that fucking
Does
voice. That's what it is.
does that give you like extra confidence? Does that give you extra confidence going into a battle against O-Red?
Nah, because pause, niggas don't play with me. Niggas do not battle me and not pull. You cannot give me one battle except like Saga. Because he, you know what I'm saying, was like choking the shit all through it. But his material was still crazy. He just didn't have it memorized. But niggas don't. Like, bro, this average.
Oh, you lagging a little bit, my boy. We lagging a little bit, but we live in the building with Kid Chaos, man. Make sure y'all thumbing up the video. Again, just got done battling Chef Trez on Takeover 4. He got an upcoming battle. You see it on URL Redemption's first card of the year against the Transformer himself, former champion of the year, O-Red, man. I'm excited for this one because I think for me, like Kid Chaos, he has battles like this on in his career that a lot of people don't pay attention to. For me, I don't feel like he gets enough credit for his writing in certain battles. I don't feel like he gets enough credit for his overall performance in certain battles. Like he has battles and moments like when you think about his 2-on-2 with Arsenal, you think about his battle with JC, like you can really pinpoint even some of his early stuff, Born Legacies against Rubando. Like you can really point to certain moments in certain times in his career where he really got crazy. But I just feel like some of his losses that he does have on his career have just been amplified. And they've been held against him. I think he also he's in an era of battle rap that doesn't really appreciate bars that they have to think about. I think a lot of the bars in battle rap right now are very surface level, and that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine for some people, but I think when you have a slogan like "music is art," and you've come out, you've had these interviews, and you present yourself a certain type of way, like I'm expecting you to talk with a higher level of thinking. I'm expecting you to talk and make me think about, okay, how does this connect with that? How does that connect with this? And that's what I'm looking for in the Kid Chaos battle. But I'm super excited to see him on this card, on Redemption first URL event of the year. I will say he is on a card full of vets, and not just your mid-level vets. We're talking the Shotgun Shugs of the world. We're talking legends like Kitchen Clean, O-Red. So super excited for this opportunity. But like I said, man, we are live in the building with Kid Chaos, man. Are we good? You good, my brother?
Yeah, I had to pull back up, man. I had to refresh my Wi-Fi and all that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So so I guess is there a difference in preparation when it comes to doing a battle that you know is going to be watched live and doing a battle that is going straight to the app?
Not for me. Not really. Maybe in the sense of you might do things that play for an immediate response and play that maybe can get talked about in the chat or something like that. Just because you know at that moment people are watching and you could possibly, like what I did with chess, like I purposely stuffed my first round the way I did with the bars I did instead of like, you know, divvying them out or whatever. For one, I thought my rounds was crazy, and then two, I wanted to make sure I came out swinging so then I could possibly be like trending high, and then actually work because I was actually trending in the country after that first round of shit. So it was like, that's probably the only thing that maybe changed as far as just preparation. Like, nah, like I'm every time I'm going in there to shake the room and be as creative. So that's another thing. Though, I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice if I don't try to push the envelope. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm doing I felt like my purpose for even getting into this art form was to be the one that was different, was to be the one that was like, yo, like only bruh could say that. Only, you know what I'm saying? Only bruh would have came up with that type shit. Like that's always been like kind of my goal, like from the default round to the way I did the Drew Hill thing and all that. Like I always try to be as creative as possible. So I
Is
the
it
only
tough
goal.
now? Is it tough like when you, because I know, you know what I'm saying, of course you have a self-confidence and nobody can break, but again at the end of the day you do see the comments, you hear the narratives and things of that nature. Is it tough to remain true to what you actually came in a battle rap form and not necessarily kind of incorporate what the community likes and what the community is wanting to see from Kid Chaos?
It depends. It honestly depends because it's like I said, you got my fans who just love what the fuck I do. Like
For sure.
regardless, they just love what I do. And then you got, I think, the average kind of just battle rap fan who gets into it listening to Twerk or Nitty or Rock. Then they hear me and it's like he don't rap like they do. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
it throws them off. But it's like I do. I just don't do it as consistently as they do. I always have sections in every one of my battles where I'm punching back to back or some stupid performance bar, something that can break the room. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, you can go back to every single one of my battles and I can give you one of those bars. So I do it consistently, but it's just like that's not what I base my whole, I guess, approach on. It's just coming up with the dopest flip I can think of and stuff like that, man. I like to truly rap. I like to truly give an interesting perspective. You know what I'm saying? And just stuff like that. Like I don't know. Like that's, I feel like I said, I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice if I don't do that. Like I love my chess material, don't get me wrong, but I wrote it. And I swear to God, I was just like, this shit just feel like it don't matter. Like it just feel like it's just bars. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
No, absolutely.
there's
I I
nothing of true weight here, like for real.
I,
In
I
that
think
first one.
I think for you, for someone who's been a fan, someone who's been a supporter, like when it comes to, if I would compare the JC battle to the chess battle, I felt like the chess battle was written more for the, I don't want to say the surface level uh the surface level thinker because I don't want to insult anyone, but I would say for someone who was in the building to get the bars like right then, right there.
Because I knew who
Whereas
I was battling.
exactly. Whereas
And that was
if
another
I go to the chiller battle, you might have 6, 7 things in one scheme that's connecting that I might not get on the first watch. But if I do a bar recap, I watch that a second and a third time. I'm like, oh shit, like he didn't did this and that and this connect. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Like the chill about is a very interesting one because I feel like my first round was incredible and it's crickets the entire round until like the end. But I watch it sometimes and be like, yo, like of course I do feel like my delivery was off and stuff like that because the lack of a crowd reaction was getting to me. And that's what you have to learn in that moment. But what also I shook through was Chilla bombing in that first and then me fighting back and wilding in the second. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because it was just like one of those, okay, let's see what you can do when you get punched in the mouth type shit. Like, with thousands of people at home, hundreds of thousands of people watching, like, what you gonna do? And I punched him back in his mouth. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm comfortable adapting to who I need to battle to. Like, if you look at all my battles, it's like you can tell I'm adapting to who I'm battling and trying to figure out the best way to approach this specific opponent. But again, I still got to stay true to me. You know what I mean? Like that's what I really came to the conclusion of writing for C3. It was literally the C3 battle. I was like, bro, I'm gonna really just get back to doing what I enjoy. Like that second round for Loso, I feel like I wouldn't have
yeah.
written that had I been in the same space I had been. But that's what I like to do. I like to think of an interesting approach, an interesting way to go about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and even when I think literally still one of my best bars I've ever written. Not just for like period. Literally, it's probably my top 10 favorite bars I've ever written. It didn't even get a reaction. But I still fuck with the fact that I just wrote it. I'm like, bro, that's what you need to come up with because you impressing you like that's impressive to write something like that. And it makes me feel like I'm still being creative and kind of ahead of the curve a little bit. That the bar I'm talking about is the whole belly button scheme I did against Loso. It was to me, that's just so it was so real written, and the way it applied to him was just perfect. It's just It's just like, listen, cause I'm trying to remember how I go. I said, did y'all know Adam and Eve shouldn't be depicted with belly buttons? Because with the parental set missing, there's no biblical umbilical in the blessed scripture. So let's listen, and I'll make it apparent how that line connects with him. Because he can't stomach having a father that suggests that his step's Christian. So, like Adam and Eve, first of all, you shouldn't be self-centered. That shit is different, bro. That shit is so different, bro.
And that is what I'm talking about. That's the difference between that round and the chess battle. Like, to me, that
Yeah.
like it was just it was the space that you were writing in. You wrote with an intentionality with chess. Like, you knew, like you said, like you knew that this was going to carry over, this was going to go over in the room. But again, when you talk about the moments that I appreciate from a Kid Chaos, it's moments like that with the Loso round. Those are the moments that stick out with me, man. But we live in the building with Kid Chaos, man. So we got Old Red coming up, URL first card of 2024, man. How are we feeling about 2024, and do you feel any type of pressure coming into this year to maybe show some doubters wrong? Maybe do you feel like this is a big year for you?
Yeah, for sure. Especially like I said, with coming out the gate with a great performance versus Chef Trez, and then hopefully gonna follow that up against Red. So I feel like it's just the beginning of getting the narrative firmly behind me. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I feel like I made a lot of progress. Then I fucked up with the Jerry West and the Mike P, and I allowed to give people a reason to say ignorant shit that don't logically make sense. But you now can say it because you just witnessed me lose twice in a row in battles that I shouldn't have lost. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, now it's just like, all right, let me get C3 out of the way, Loso out the way, great battle with Chef Trez, get Red out the way, or have a great battle. And let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me get back to making it very clear that I'm not the guy that's just easy to beat. Like, you can't, like, nobody comes in there and, like I say, play with me and win. Like, you can't. It's impossible. You're gonna have to be on your shit. And that's only, and even with the win, it's only gonna be because you got more fans than me. More times than not, it's not gonna be because you actually out rap me, bro, or out battle me. Like, it won't be.
So let me ask you, because being from St. Louis, man, when I heard what happened with this Averb battle, I had I was definitely skeptical of what actually went down. Can you explain to me, one, why did you agree to redo the battle if you had already beat him on camera? I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, who he is, and I understand what, you know what I'm saying, what Averb could potentially represent, because he is an end game for a lot of people in battle rap. But why do that round over if you knew you was gonna win? If you knew you already won it, at least.
Because I still won. Like, again, narratives are so interesting. The only place Averb won was the one time they put it up live, and he won by like 20 votes. Like, a barely win, and it was literally just the shock value of it not being as bad as everybody thought it was. I get a lot of niggas who look for pity and win. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas get like look for pity, like, oh, woe was me, I was this, and people look at me like this, man. And so they gave him that pity shit. But it's like, on the app he lost, and I got the extra 5 bands. I lost in no significant way did I lose. Like I said, there's that one. So in my mind, my material was already better. Like, in my mind, like, I heard, like, I knew his material as good as him as many times as he went over it by the time, you know what I'm saying, the battle started. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, my material's better than yours. I know I'm gonna win. They pulled me to the side. He's like, hey, bro, how you feel about letting bro take an hour break and then redoing it? I said, yeah, that's cool with me as long as he forfeit the bread. Because we already did 2 rounds so far, and I got my shit out perfectly. He didn't. Like, you've lost. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So the battle over with. Like, so as far as that's concerned, because remember, that's light work when we get the extra 5 bands. So I'm like, as long as you forfeit that, you can repeat it as many times as you want to. I don't care. Your shit ain't better than mine anyway. That was my outlook on it. Like, what's the reason not to let you redo it? Now, okay. I think the only reason that I've heard that made a little bit of sense, I was talking to DNA, and he was like, but you would have made him look bad. you would have had one of those bad wins over a legend. But I'm gonna be completely honest. This is what I was thinking. He hadn't wrapped his third yet. We already taking like a 10, 15-minute break in between. And these niggas was like, yo, you gonna let me? And so I'm thinking in my mind, either I don't let him redo him, I don't get the bread because this is not a battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if I don't let him rehearse it now, he's gonna be like, well, I can't do it, and the battle's gonna be over with. You know what I'm saying? So then I just don't get the bread regardless, and it's just a no battle. Or I just let him do it. I already won, you know what I'm saying? And then I get the drop. So that's what my mind was on, because it's like, if I say no, it's not like he's just gonna go in there and try to rap again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think everybody's kind of forgetting that when they're like, why'd you let him rap again? It's like, what? It wasn't gonna be a battle. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't gonna be a battle. It was gonna be all right, well, fuck it. We just do it again another time. I'm down in Orlando for no reason. And I missed the opportunity to get the 5 bands now, so it's gonna be pushed back to however long until we do it again. Like, nah, bro, let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get this out the way. Go ahead, take your little hour, bro. Whatever you gotta do. I just want to get this out the way tonight because I got another battle in Boston tomorrow. That's why I thought about that battle. I had 2 battles back to back, both 3-round battles. That battle in Orlando with Verb, and the very next day I had to fly out to Chilla Jones League in Boston and battle the dude for 3 rounds up there. Beat both of them one weekend.
How difficult is it writing for 2 different people?
It can be difficult but I've only had to do it twice. And that was then, that time I just told you about, and this Chef Trez and O-Red battle. Is the first, because originally I was supposed to battle O-Red this Saturday that just passed, and then Chef Trez the Sunday. That's how I was originally gonna go. And then the card got pushed back, so I had an extra week. But so as long as, but in both instances, I was told about the battle and my op like 3 months in advance. Okay. At least one of them. I said at least one of them 3 months in advance. Like Chef Trez, I knew about him back in November. I was going to be battling him. So I had already written for Chef Trez. So at the end of December, when URL hit me, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was free. You know what I'm saying? I was free to just write. So then I just focused on O-Red for the next couple of weeks, wrote for him up until like my third, then focused back on Chef Trez to kind of tighten up the material I had. And then, you know what I'm saying, get it organized or whatever, memorize for him, boom, 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 boom. Battle him Sunday, literally on the drive back from Charlotte. I'm going over my shit for O-Red. Like, literally, I got in the car for Chef Trez, dropped the shorty off I was with, and just drove back. And I'm just like, in my head, like, all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting my shit together for O-Red. Like,
for sure.
It's just, you got to make sure you have the discipline. That's my big thing now. Like, it's all about discipline. That is my slogan. That's what I'm running with. That's it ain't no longer headshot, it's discipline. That's what all this shit comes down to. That's what all this shit come down to with the working out and everything, bro. It's all about discipline. It's all about the effort you put into some shit. And how are you going to outwork whoever it is that's trying to get your spot? And that's what I'm on now. Ain't nobody gonna outwork me. I feel that's the only reason I even had those like little slip ups and shit, because I wasn't working as hard as I should have been. Even with all I had going on, man, like either I should have not took the battle or took more time to myself instead of trying to handle a million different things to really focus on getting my shit together so I ain't up there stumbling and shit. Like, I don't do. That's not something y'all know me to do. And then those 2 battles in a row, I did that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I had to cut that shit out. I got to get more discipline.
And you know, I give you a lot of credit and respect, because you know it's a lot of battlers that do not have the, or will not show the foresight, if they have the foresight, to be honest with themselves and to let them know that, like, sometimes when you just didn't put in a good day at the gym. You know what it like, when you just went through the motions. Like, you leave the gym, you feel it when you wake up in the morning, like, this ain't about to be shit. Like, I know this ain't about to be shit.
Facts. And that's one thing. If there's any superpower that I like to feel like I had, one of my biggest ones I feel like is my objectivity and my accountability. I'm able to remove my feelings from a situation and just look at it for the facts of the situation. It seems like an inhuman ability to do that, because I feel like everybody should be able to do it. But then I have these conversations, I get in these debates, and I realize most humans, period, man, woman, black, white, old, young, does not have the ability to be objective in how they view something. take their feelings out of it, take their biases out of it, take all of the things that have occurred in their life that have caused these filters in their brain for them to hear something and then automatically process it a certain way due to whatever their biases are. I can remove all that shit and just be like, all right, this is right, this is wrong. And then, like, also within that comes my accountability. I can look at something I did, taking my feelings out of them, like, you fucked up with that. Like I said, battling Danny, I can look back, and no matter how amazing I think my material was, I can look back and be like, you should have definitely toned that shit down and been more direct with somebody you know is as energetic and straight to it as Danny. You should have had a few different things lined up. Again, I feel like overall it was cool. I feel like there were some things I should have adjusted and changed and delivered a different way to give me the result that I should have got. Right?
No,
It's like that's the only way I was able to progress. And then in my next battle, I had that performance I did against Chess. Because I was able to watch that Danny battle and be like, all right, it's another energetic punching nigga. I know how to handle this shit.
no, for sure. I think when I talk about your run a lot, that was the battle I was like, that was that Danny battle was the first battle. I was like, okay, if you say he lost that one, I can't really argue because I can really see a point. But up until that, I do, you know what I'm saying, I give you credit for one, and I feel like one of the best runs during that COVID era. Just the strength of schedule, like I don't think people understand, like when you looked at the danger zones, you looked at the sagas, you looked at the Killer Jones, like that run of penmanship out the gate says more about, like, people don't understand, like when you left that Ultimate Madness tournament with that battle with Real Sick, which was also a battle contender of the year, like people were already talking about the trajectory that you were on and already saying that you were one of the best pins in battle rap. Do you feel like people still view you as that?
Somewhat, and some not. Like it's just, but battle rap is like has always been that way. It's always, what have you done for me lately? Like so it's not even a thing that's specific to me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like if anybody goes out here, has two bad performances, and then you don't see them for a while, everybody's gonna kind of start to, you know what I'm saying, have these ideas about who they are until they start. And now the lately that you can remember is wilding. Then, you know what I'm saying, it's different. So it's like you just kind of got to build that streak back up. You just kind of got to build back up that trust in you and that benefit of the doubt of, man, you know this nigga get busy. Like, you know that nigga get busy. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So like that's really all it is. Like I said, it's another accountable thing. Like, it's just got to start stringing the wins back to back, or stringing the strong performances back to back. The winning and shit. Battle rap is a weird ass place. I'm really not even as concerned with that as much as having strong performances that are undeniable every time. I continue to do that, ain't shit gonna stand in my way. All I have to do is keep stringing along these undeniably great performances.
No, absolutely. And I like you said, man, I'm hearing good things about you and Chef Trez. I'm definitely looking forward to the battle. We don't want to talk about it too much because you know how people might create a narrative off.
Hey, and this is something I meant to mention too, real quick. I hate to interrupt, but I did want to mention this in my little long ass soliloquy I was doing, because I'm a little lit, so I'm kind of rambling. But what I was going to say earlier was, there's an interest. I don't want to delve too much into it. I just kind of want to throw this out for whatever fans might be listening or may watch this. There's an interesting correlation between my battle with Danny Myers and O-Red. There's a very interesting correlation within that's going to be discussed. And I think it's going to be interesting. I think the fans are going to really love what I have to say. But it's a real interesting correlation they have.
Okay. Well, bet. We live in the building with Kid Chaos, man. And you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, where you're talking about you want to have consistent performances and great performances. So you got the Chef Trez out the way. You ready for O-Red. What's next for Kid Chaos? What's the next move?
I wanted it to be, DNA was supposed to be the very next thing after Loso. It's supposed to be Volume early this year. It's supposed to be me and DNA, because, going to finish that up. But, DNA got his stuff going on. So salute the bro. He said he's taking a step back from this year. With all respect to him. So once that got taken away, it's like, I got some battles I know would be great battles, but some of the people I'm just cool with. So it's just kind of like, I'm not really eager to build up that, desire for it just yet. I really don't know, man. To be honest, bro. Like, O Red is a good one, bro. I feel like me and Jack Boy on the stage could be fire. Me and Ace, that's my bro. But we always talk shit. Like when we battle, it's gonna be one of them.
I definitely wouldn't mind seeing that one.
It's gonna be one of them rapping fucking battles, like for sure. I want to do a 2-on-2 with Clutch this year. Let me say that. I want to do a 2-on-2 with Clutch this year. I think Clutch and I could have some of the best 2-on-2 shit y'all have ever heard. Swear to God. Swear to God. Because we already fucked around with the idea and was like doing just some shit together, just fucking around. Bro, I'm telling you.
So first of all, I want to say shout out Clutch.
Shout out to the bro.
When we talk about monumental wins early in your career, both of y'all, I got both of y'all beating JC respectfully. I do. I definitely do.
Bro, this is how crazy battle rap is. Like this is all, like I said, it's not even just narrative. It's like if you don't have like a strong like crew behind you or a group of people that kind of push for you and stuff like that, when you're somebody like a Clutch, somebody like a me, or somebody who's just kind of like isolated, you got your homeboys and shit, but it's like not no clique. It's not no necessarily like big division behind you. You know what I'm saying? I'm from South Carolina. It's just me and Swamp. And like me and Swamp, we're from the same place, so people kind of correlate us together. At the same time, we're so different, they don't correlate us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of weird with that, but it's like, I'm telling you, bro, I was in the building for JC and Clutch. Everybody had Clutch winning, bro. There's not one person I walked by, not one person in the crowd that I heard. I'm not saying nobody, but the vast majority, everybody I heard said Clutch won that shit. Niggas go online, bro, and start rewriting history, bro. And I'm like, y'all niggas ain't shit, bro. Y'all know Clutch beat this man, dog. Y'all know everybody. I'm talking about like it was in section with Tay-Rock, Anwar, and all of them. And everybody was over there like, Clutch got that shit. Clutch got that. Like after the battle. You know, I'm asking my little bro on stage. I'm asking like who y'all had? Like, Clutch. Then the battle dropped. And it's like niggas just push for JC. So I hear on the space, man, you ain't beat JC. It's like, that's so crazy these days. You can have a battle where a nigga with a pin, not just some nigga, but I'm talking about a nigga who gets better on cam, wins in the building, and then they try to make it seem like he lost clear when it drops. Not even just, oh, it was a close battle, but I got JC. Nah, like you lost clear. It's like, bro, this shit is crazy when niggas like, the niggas just gotta join cliques and be in issues all the time for niggas to get the proper respect. That shit is kind of goofy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
No, battle rap is definitely an interesting place, man.
That shit goofy as hell, bro. Like, interesting my ass, bro. Pause, but it's like, that shit goofy, bro. It's goofy. Niggas do real weirdo shit. Again, not knowing how to think objectively, only following their biases. It's like, to me, it's like they self sound stupid and niggas lose their credibility. But this is the thing with me. That's why I become more and more isolated, because I realize more and more niggas lose credibility because more and more niggas are stupid. That's why I try not to interact with people a lot, because it's like the more I interact, the more I realize, y'all niggas, you dumb too. You a dumb nigga too. Or you just follow, or you just follow what you've been told to follow too. Like, you don't actually think for yourself, because once I press you on something, like, okay, why you think that? You have no reason. You have no reasoning behind it. This ain't even just specific to battle rap. This is kind of more of a social type thing. It's just like, you have no reasoning behind it. You're just doing it because you've heard this is what you're supposed to say and do, but you don't even know why you're doing this shit no
more. No, that's a fact.
Like we as a people, we Democrats and shit. Like, you're asking, like, why are you a Democrat? Oh, because, you know, no reason.
My mama told me. My
mama told you. Your mama told you. And your mama first time voting was for Bill Clinton. And that nigga put more of us in prison than most of the Republicans did. But cool. Let's go with the Democrats.
But he smoked weed, though.
Yeah, but he smoked weed. And this is why we like him. Because he smoked weed and cheated on his wife in the White House. So now that's why we like him. We like him because he did some degenerate shit. Now, I'm not saying I ain't never cheated, whatever the case would be. I'm just saying that's what appeals to us. Not policy. Sure. Degeneracy.
No. So let me ask you then, like, when you hear people when they talk about Clutch and they say Clutch is nothing, Clutch is a Kid Chaos 2.0, what does that make you feel like? Because I'll be like, well, fuck, or damn, excuse my French, but if if Klutz is a Kid Chaos 2.0, I feel like that's pretty damn good because again, I always refer to the run that you were on. I always refer to that push. So, like, I guess, like, how do you when you hear that or when you see that, what is that? You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like your response is to that?
I don't know, bro. Like, bro, we're just two intricate writers who both process our intricacies in similar ways. And that sounds like a very intricate ass fucking description, but it's like that's essentially what it is. We're not the same, but when it comes to how we approach writing an entendre or writing something cleverly, we have a similar approach. And I feel like I'm more because I come from music. I oftentimes focus on rhythms and patterns a lot more than he does and building up in certain ways because I'm a writer as far as stories and stuff like that. So it's like I have a more aerial view, I guess, of how I approach things than he does. He's a little more linear, but still within that, we write in a similar way, but we don't come from the same thing. For one, that's my dog. This is not nothing against him at all, but it's just like our backgrounds are completely different. Like, you know what I'm saying? The lives we led and the reasons why we say the shit we say is two completely different reasons, for one. And then two, like I said, the way we decide to present it is still different. I think the only thing people hear is this is super intricate. And we hadn't really heard this level of intricacy since Kid Chaos. So it's like, I ain't say for nobody, I'm just saying like as far as new people coming in.
Going to that,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I was the next person to do that. And then between that, the few years, there was really nobody who popped out really being that intricate until Klutz. So I feel like that's just all. If I was still doing my thing, but never made it like big on URL, but just was battling around, nobody would say that. If Klutz came first and then I came out, even if I was rapping first, but if Klutz got the URL first, then me, they would say I sounded like a Klutz. It's just because I got here first. That's the only reason why people make that comparison, because like that's just like a human nature thing. People always want to identify something with something they already know. You know what I'm saying? That just to make it seem more familiar. It's like, okay, this reminds me of this. It's like that's how people always make examples of something or describe something. They always have to describe it by comparing it to something. It's like a human thing. So I feel like, again, it's part of just who people are. But if you really listen, we're completely different.
No, I appreciate you clearing that up. That was definitely something that I'll kind of take an offense to when people compare you to, because again, like I said, I take it as y'all are trying to play with my dog name, and I'm not having that.
Nah, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm such a, and again, people don't know this about me because they don't know me, but I'm truly a humble guy. And I'm humble enough to be like, even in the way that you're saying it, like I've been here before, you know what I'm saying, in Klutz or whatever. It's like, to me, it's like an honor to be like for him to be compared to me. It's like an honor for me, because I sit and I like, this is my dog. So when he comes with ideas, he'll send me ideas like, oh, bro, I'm thinking about this, and I will be in amazement sometimes. Like, bro, how did you think about that? Like, bro, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's so dope. Like, you know what I'm saying, that you even considered that. Now you got to work on it for this, whatever. But it's like, that's fire, bro. Whatever the case may be. So it's like, to me, it's an honor. Like, I don't think there's nobody playing with my name or nothing like that. Compare him to me, whatever, like that. Like he's out the gate doing better than I did, because he's humble. He's more humble than I am, and he's playing his cards better than I did out the gate. So I'm proud of him.
What you mean from that sense? How is he doing that?
He ain't talking as much shit to these niggas like I did, bro. I told all these niggas they was trash, bro, and I was better than all of them niggas. I told Danny, Chilla, JC, every Daylight, all the great pins. I remember I was coming in bombing on them niggas. Like, man, like, bro, they good, but them niggas ain't better than me. And I feel like, again, it set me up for people to wait for something to happen. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's what it is. So I feel like he is just naturally who he is. It's not like he watched me and was like, oh, I ain't gonna do that, but it's more like just naturally he is. He's just a little more laid back with it. Like, he's just a little more, listen, I'm just do my thing, and you know what I'm saying, get whatever comes to me, pause, and then build from there.
No, for sure. Man, we live in the building with Kid Chaos, man. So again, we talked a little bit about 2024. We know you were supposed to have DNA. I feel like that was a battle that a lot of people was waiting on. A lot of people were anticipating, but you know what I'm saying, shout out to DNA. We know he has some personal things going on. He want to take a step back from battle rap. I know you talked a little bit earlier about you and Clutch potentially doing a 2-on-2 together. If you guys were to do a 2-on-2 together, who would you actually want to battle?
I don't know. Like whoever. I know Holmesy always talk shit and say, I think he say Hansel. I think he be saying him and Hansel would be me and Clutch. I think that'd be a good starting point. You know what I'm saying? Just for us to get some practice in. You know, we both have battled one of them already, so it's like, you know, we could just continue to.
So you would be looking to make you're looking to make Clutch like a 2-on-2 partner for like maybe like 2-3 battles in a row, like really kind of maybe even cement yourselves as a 2-on-2 tandem.
It's possible. It's possible. I wouldn't say that's necessarily my intention. I just want to do one. That's why I said from the beginning, I want to do a 2-on-2 with him, just because, for one, it's fun to do a 2-on-2. My only one I've ever done was with Arsenal, and that shit was fun, bro. Like
Great, that was a
riding with
crazy
bro,
performance.
yeah, for sure. Riding with bro, you know, coming up with ideas with bro, you feel what I'm saying, and just like kicking it, like it was fun as hell. So it was like I would like to experience that with another like-minded mind. Because the thing is, me and Arsenal work so well together because we are similar in a lot of ways. You feel what I'm saying? We're like it's like, and we're both rappers. Like Arsenal raps. Like if you look back, I haven't been in the studio as much the last few years, just for a whole bunch of different reasons. But it's like all of my come up through battle rap. If you look, like I release songs and freestyles all the time. I'm a rapping nigga. So it's like I feel like we combined on that way because we understood flows, we understood patterns very well. It's just when I get into battle rap, I like to get a little poetic, a little artistic. I like to play a little bit with the bars and kind of have certain bars sneak up on you a little bit, whatever. So I don't necessarily stick to rhythms all the time. But either way, that was fun. So I just want to kind of continue that again with Clutch. If it becomes a 2-on-2, like we doing this shit like consistently a few times, I'm with it, especially if the bag, right? But I really just want to do it at least once because it's like I feel like we could have some of the most creative shit you've ever seen in the 2-on-2. And I just feel like the coaches just should see that. Like again, it's the artistic side of me. It's not even, it don't got to be URL. It's just I just want to do it just because I feel like I want to be able to present that art to the world before it's all said and done. Like me and this dude would have a crazy 2-on-2 team. I know that.
No, for sure, for sure. No, that's fire, man. We live in the building with Kid Chaos, man. So you've done the intergender battle. You know what I'm saying? You did the Shuni battle. Is that something that you'd be willing to revisit again? And if so, is there any woman in battle rap that you would be interested in battling?
So I've done the two.
And you did C3, and you did C3 as well.
So three. I did Shuni, First Lady Flames, and C3.
Yep.
Right. So I probably would never battle Jazz, but that's my favorite female battle rapper ever. So she just comes to mind. I'll probably never battle her. I'm just like that. I just wouldn't really want to battle her. Maybe 40 bars. I fuck with 42, but I think that would be a fun display of lyrical ability with me and 40. But me and my homie Yoshi, we was actually close to making something happen at the end of last year. That was actually I lied too. It was actually going to be after Loso. It was going to possibly, not like it wasn't like for sure nothing, but possibly be Yoshi, then DNA on the volume. That's how it was actually going to be. So I wouldn't mind battling her either. I feel like I have some interesting things I can talk to Yoshi about.
I think we all do, man. Shout out to Yoshi, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Yoshi, like for real. Like I fuck with her energy. Like, and not to get too off of battle rap and shit like that, but what I mean by I fuck with her energy is like not like the because she puts herself out there with this. I'm not calling her this, but she'll say this about herself. Like not that like whole shit. Like not that. I like feminine women, bro. I just like the energy around feminine women, bro. And it's just like, the times I have been around her, you know what I'm saying? So that she like, I just like her energy, bro. Like she a cool ass.
Ain't nothing wrong with holding on to something soft. That's what I be trying.
Yeah,
These
bro.
battle rappers is weird, bro. I looked up this fool's Murder Mook and Serious Jones is out here rapping out here arguing with each other at 4 a.m. Man, if you don't roll over to something soft, bro, I wish I would
You don't
be
go
thinking
turn
about battle
over and
rapping.
slap some ass, bro. Like grab your girl by the neck. Like, man, wake up. Like, I swear, bro. Like that's like, I don't know if I ever had any weakness as a nigga, bro. Like that's my weakness as a true feminine woman, bro. Like that shit different, bro. So I fuck with her. Like I still smoke her, but you know what I'm saying? She cool though. I fuck with her.
No, absolutely.
Let
So
me ask you, because I don't wanna hold you up too long, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get back in here to rehearsing and shit. But it's kind of something most of my interviews, I usually just kind of ask stuff that's kind of off of battle rap, just to kind of like, you feel what I'm saying? And I just want to know, what are some good movies you've seen recently? Or have you seen any good movies recently?
the Mario Brothers
I keep
movie.
hearing about that shit, bro. I keep
Bro,
hearing that
cause
shit.
I got look, I be with Lil Mama, so whatever Lil
Yeah,
Mama watching, we watching. And I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie to you, Mario Brothers was like that. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
heard, bro. I swear to God, I heard it from so many people that the Mario's brother was like that.
It was a good joint. It was a good joint, man. No, I actually just threw away a whole bunch of like old movies. Let me ask you, what do you do with DVDs in 2024?
Man, I think the last DVD I bought was, well, I bought the DVD of Resurrection F, because I just wanted to have that for my collection, the Dragon Ball Z movie. But I think the last DVD I actually bought, because I was like, I just want to watch this and stuff like that, was Get Out. So I was like,
Get Out was a good movie though. I worked with
Get
Get Out.
Out? No.
You didn't like Get Out?
I can't let you do that, bro. Nigga, hold on.
You didn't like Get Out? I thought Get Out
You
was
just,
a good movie though.
you just said it was good.
It was
Get
good.
Out.
It was
Get
good.
Out is one of the best, if not the best movie. I feel like Get Out. This is what I always say about that movie, right? I always say Get Out is like the movie that can define our generation. Get Out encapsulate what society was thinking about at that time. It encapsulate what good storytelling at the time was, what an interesting new director was at the time. Just everything about our generation in so many different aspects was encapsulated in that 1.5 hour movie, bro. When I tell you Get Out is perfection, cinematic perfection, bro. You said it was good.
He mad. He mad. I'm downplaying Get Out right now.
Downplayed the hell out of Get Out, bro. Get Out is
No,
one
Get
of
Out
the
was fire.
best
No, Get Out was fire.
movies of all time, bro.
And it was
That's not just me saying that. That's because Us was really good, but I don't think it was as good as Get Out. And
no,
Nope,
hell no. Hell no. Get Out is levels above Us. I ain't gonna lie to you. For me personally.
Levels.
Levels. Multiple.
Know,
Mario. Here we go. Yes, levels.
I don't know if I can give you levels. If I give
Levels.
Get Out a 10, because to me, I literally can't think of one thing that would make Get Out better. It's a perfect movie. I would give Us about a 8, 7.5 to 8.
So I'm gonna tell you why I like Get Out so much. Because Get Out resonated me because I went to college in small town Nebraska. So like I remember being in those spaces where like white women is like just, oh, you so strong. Oh, what you like? What the hell is going on here? Sally Mae, what you got going on?
Yeah.
So like that, it resonated with me. Like I've been in those spaces where you know what I'm saying, you reached out your hand and they automatically think they're gonna slap your hand and do some kind of backhand slide. Like
you're like, nah, I'm just trying to shake your hand, bro. Like
you ain't got to shake your hand, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. And to me, like I said, the thing about Get Out is, and it sounds so not so cliche, but it sounds kind of cliche to just be like it was perfection. But it's like I think about the acting, and I think about the subtext. That was one of the most intriguing parts of that movie was the subtext, the things that said one thing in the top layer, but they had a whole different undertone to it once you figured out actually what's going on. The duality of so many scenes of dialogue within that movie were just next level. The hints they dropped, it's
even
just
the
like
visuals. Like you can go to the visuals with like him waiting by the water. Like people don't even understand. Like you know what I'm saying. Like that's how slaves were transported. Like on the water. Like waterfronts is that was the main transportation back in the day. Like it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on.
That's what's so funny. I might have to start talking movies with you because after all the breakdowns I've listened to, all the breakdowns I've done myself watching it, trying to figure out things, whatever, I don't think that's ever been mentioned, or I even thought about it like that. Because right before, when the girl came and got him from after the auction, he was sitting by water. And that was right before, that was right after he was auctioned off. So literally, he was auctioned off right in front of the water. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that, bro. God damn. My niggas be breaking these movies down. Fuck is they talking about? Yeah, all right. So, like that's going to be actually one of my favorite, like I don't know if that's necessarily Easter egg, but like that's gonna be one of my favorite little moments from that movie. Now that I think about it like that, because one of mine was how he tore the sofa up and put it in his ears, so he was literally picking cotton to get free.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought was super dope. Like, he picked the cotton out of the seat to stuff in his ears so he couldn't get knocked out, and then woke up and then stabbed him with the buck, which is what they call black men that they were selling. They called them bucks. So it's like he picked the cotton and then killed the master with a buck. It's just like, that's fire. I like that. I like that a lot.
Talk, George. Talk, George.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, that movie, I could sit and talk about that movie for like that movie to me is almost comparable with The Matrix. And this is the funny thing, right? The Matrix to me isn't a perfect movie, but I think it's better than Get Out.
I felt like The Matrix was overhyped when it first came out to me. I didn't really feel. I felt like it was a great movie, but I didn't feel like people was talking about this movie like it just reinvented like cinema to me, and I was just like, okay,
hold on, bro. You're a few years younger than me, though, right?
I'll be 36 next week.
You're a few years older than me.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when you do them 5 a.m. workouts, baby, you know what I'm saying? You
all
right, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, right? Salute to your genetics, brother. Salute to your genetics, my guy. But okay, so that means Matrix came out in 99, so that means you were what, 11 or 12 when it came out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the 5th grade when it came out.
I didn't understand why the Matrix was so good at 8, 9 years old, or however I was when it came out, right? I didn't understand why the Matrix was as good as it was. I always liked it. It was entertaining, but boom. It's when I got older. And really, I'm talking about older, not even like, because when I was like 17 or something, I watched it and still liked it, but didn't really understand it. But I probably like mid-20s, I went back and watched it. Or early 20s, I went back and watched it. With the philosophical mind I started to develop. And understood really what that movie was about. And bro, when I tell you, it's like I saw it for the first time, bro. And I was like, I get it. Now I get why this movie has stood the fucking test of time. Not only did it have some of the most amazing effects at the time, some of the best action set pieces and action scenes with the bullet time, with them falling back and all that shit was amazing. The story, bro. The story and what it means, it talks so much about, like, it breaks down so much like religion and politics and society and the norms and things like that and the pressures of society. But the big thing is just philosophy and religion, and the way they break that shit down using an entertaining story like that, bro. It's not many movies that have ever done that shit that well, bro. Like, I can't believe you don't think The Matrix is amazing, bro. I can't believe that, bro. I can't believe it. What? Is that the types of movies you like? Are you somebody who likes those movies like that are like super layered and you know?
I haven't been in years past. As I've gotten older, I've appreciated the storyline more because I'm not just watching the movie for entertainment. Like I'm watching it to find out what is the undertone of the movies, what are the messages within the movies they're trying to communicate to me. You like when you that young, you just watching. Is a movie good or not? Like, am I watching it? Will it keep me entertained for the next 2.5 hours or not? If it did, it did. If it didn't, it didn't. Like, but no, like again, like I said, I think when I hit college and I started watching movies again, like the Get Outs, when you start watching the Saw series and things like that nature, like you
the
really
first Saw was amazing. The second Saw was pretty good. Then it started.
I'm gonna say like the first three. The first three was solid. Like after that, they started getting it. They started getting like ice cubes falling from the ceiling, smashing heads and shit. Like it started.
I'm trying to remember the plot. I remember the plot of the first one. I remember the plot of the second one. I'm trying to remember the plot. Is that the one when he had the shell cases around the girl's neck and he was like, "You got to keep me alive in order to stay alive"? Was that
the glass case with the?
I think that was the third one, bro.
Bro, them Saw series used to go crazy to me. Again, that was my college days. It used to go crazy to me.
Bro, I think we all go through a phase where we just love movies with a twist. Like movies that we think go in one way, then do something completely different. I used to think any movie with a twist was a good movie. Like when I was coming up younger, I used to think. Then I got older and realized some twists in movies are dumb as shit. Like, bro, like that don't even make sense. Why did you do that? Like just to do something different, like just to shock me, like that don't make no fucking sense, bro. So I got older and realized like M. Night Shyamalan, that I used like The Sixth Sense.
Love that movie.
What's the one he had that's underrated but good as fuck? Unbreakable. You got like Unbreakable. Amazing movie. Sixth Sense, amazing movie. The Village is a slept on movie. People like to talk shit about The Village. I think it's a good movie. I like The Village. I think it's a good movie. But then he starts to do weird shit when he had the Happening. Like, bro, the plants are killing us. The plants are making us commit suicide, bro. For real. You just wanted to twist that bad where the trees created a chemical to make niggas just kill themselves. That don't even make sense, bro.
You know, sometimes we overthink things. Sometimes we overshoot our shot.
Yeah, bro. Like that nigga. I guess if that's what niggas think I do when I battle rap, then I get it. Hey, I get it. Goddamn, he went too far with that one, bro. We need all that, bro. You should have just told the movie, kept it like it was, bro. You decided to make it about plants killing us, bro, and have Mark Wahlberg in there acting ridiculous, bro. I'm straight, but I'm gonna get off my soapbox because like I said, when I get to talk about movies, I can go on and on and on. I just usually like to ask that because me and Tone, bro, and shit, like we talk about movies a lot and shit. And usually whoever I go on an interview, I usually just ask them like real quick, like, yo, what's a good movie you've seen recently? Because I'm trying to find a good movie. But now that you suggested that Mario Brothers movie, I'm probably going next time I get with my daughter, I'm gonna watch that when I get my little mama.
That Joker's fire, man. Once you get this win against O-Red this weekend, man, you know what I'm saying? You a little mama, go ahead, get you some popcorn, get you some candy, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna pull back up. Like after this, you know, even if I go up there and bomb and just do terrible, I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna pull back up to your show and we're gonna talk about it, bro. Just let me know.
No, absolutely, man. Thank you so much, Kid Chaos, for another fire interview, man. Definitely looking forward to this Chef Trez battle that's about to drop. Definitely looking forward to you versus a Transformer himself, O-Red on URL app. Go get the app. Y'all talking about ain't no battles dropping. They got a whole card that's about to drop on that joint. So make sure that y'all go support, you know what I'm saying, the URL battlers. Make sure you go support the URL movement, man. Let the people know where they can find you at, my boy.
Yeah, follow me on everything at Kid Chaos MIA. MIA Music is Art. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that. I'm trying to release an EP this year. I had somebody come across some of my old music, and I don't want to give too much away, but they're packaging it up to give to somebody who they think is gonna fuck with it. And this is a platinum selling dude. So that could go somewhere. Who knows where that goes? But either way, just that phone call and getting told about that, it sparked my passion back for music. And then my brother just bought his studio out here in Jacksonville, Florida, just got him a studio. And he's been trying to get me on songs for the last year I've been down here. So it's like, I feel like everything is lining up for me to at least release a 5 to 7 EP and really for people to really understand who I am as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
that's
that's
always
fire.
been one of my biggest passions is music. That's why the whole thing is music is art, because it's like that was my whole reason for even being in battle rap, was to promote my music more.
No,
So
absolutely, man.
getting
No,
back to
I'm super excited, man. Super excited for this battle with Old Red. Super excited for your upcoming EP now. Get to hear some updated music, man. Again, make sure y'all follow my brother. Music is art himself. Kid Chaos 843. Stand up. South Carolina, stand up. You already know. Southern battle rap, stand up, man. You already know who it is. You know exactly
I
what I do.
appreciate you as always, bro. Much love, man. I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. And y'all already know what it is, man. This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And you know the motto. We ain't just getting started. I've been here. I done messed around and messed around, man. Redemption 2 coming out.